In this lesson, we're going to look at how to configure an Ottoman model to embed rather than reference a related document. We'll also look at how to expose lookup methods through your model and cause Ottoman to generate the underlying indexing. We'll combine these techniques so we can embed related documents in our underlying data. As we've seen, Ottoman models can express either referenced or embedded attributes. In the last lesson, we saw how to reference a child document, a country, from a parent document, a customer. To do so, we configured the model, as we see here, with a reference assignment for the country attribute. In this lesson, we're looking at how to directly embed a related document, a country, within the parent, customer. In this case, we'll change the model to be configured as we see here. So let's look a bit further at how we do this. If you want to assign an embedded model to a parent model, you assign it by reference to the child model's name directly, not described as a reference. The child model doesn't need any special configuration to be referenceable. But what if you want to look up documents by something other than their ID value? For example, if I embed country documents in customer documents, my country documents have a country name. What if I wanted to find customers based on the country name, which has been embedded as part of the data in their country attribute? To create and use an indexed lookup, you'll configure the model as you see here. For example, if we wanted to look up by country name, I could add an index attribute next to my ID attribute and then provide a relevant name for this lookup, such as find by name. Within that, I would specify the attribute to be indexed and then the type of index to be created. There are three kinds: nickel, view, and refdoc. A nickel index would create a secondary index using the query engine of your Couchbase server. The view index would create a MapReduce view in your Couchbase server, and refdoc would cause reference documents to be added to your bucket to create this relationship. In this course, we're focusing on creating nickel secondary indexes because it is the most flexible and powerful technology available for indexing in Couchbase. Once you've created this indexed lookup, it's then exposed as a new method of the model. I could pass in a name, and it would drop into the underlying nickel query and return back an array of countries that matched that name. I could then, theoretically, use this to complete the technique that we're working with in this particular lesson. I could take that first country, in this case, and assign it to the country attribute of the parent customer document, overwriting it and, in effect, embedding this country within the parent customer. And then, because the resulting structure would correspond to the parent customer's data model, I could pass that JSON to the create method of the parent customer and cause the document with the embedded country to be created. The Ottoman's ensure indices method, when it runs at application launch, creates or verifies the new index that you've defined. In the lab for this lesson, you're going to create and look up documents which embed related documents. You'll also be challenged to extend what you've learned to create a new and completely separate lookup to expose additional functionality. When you're done, come on back. At this point, we've seen several different ways to get and post documents, but we still need to update and delete.